Hi there, Aries. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We're here for you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here with your Mercury retrograde reading. Okay, let's celebrate. No, really, Aries, like, even though it's Mercury retrograde, I'm hearing in this way for you, like, we have some good news here. I'm here for you. We have some good. I'm hearing shaking up of the scripts here. I'm hearing as well in this way, like shaking up of the paradigm, shaking up of what has been. For a number of you, you are moving into a very exciting chapter of your life. Let's see here what might be at play, though. We'll pull the cards, of course, and we'll also be channeling. So for those of you who are tuning in for, let's say, the first time, the second time, and you're like, I don't know, there's a lot going on here, it seems. I'm just channeling, and keep that in mind. If you find that at times you're like confused or you're overwhelmed, and you can slow the speed down if you do feel guided as well. If you feel like it's going by kind of quickly. And so, okay, let's clear the energy and ground. We'll get into it here for you, Aries. Wow, no. There's a new way of life here for you, Aries. I'm hearing it. I was meditating your energy. I'm getting that there's something. I'm hearing we're moving it together. For a number of you, I'm hearing, like whatever was on hold, on pause, waiting, let's clear it. Whatever you were like also crying about, I'm hearing, oh honey, I'm hearing I'm hearing the summer wind. Oh, like it will be turned inside out, upside down. It will be. For a number, I'm hearing you're gonna have some romance here. I'm hearing that Nine of Swords, Empress. For a number, what's that about? Once again. I'm hearing really, for a number, you win something. Wow. The world sandwiching the Empress, like, it's like, I'm hearing that song. Well, there's something, let's say in this way, you know how they say, well, your so-called enemies, the people who, let's say, you feel challenge you, whatever it is, it's like, it's almost like you kind of, I don't want to say you prove something here, but you do. I mean, it's your potential here that we see with the Empress proven to, let's say, the world in a certain way. The Nine of Swords here, it's kind of like, has no chance, right? With the Empress and the world. With the Empress, we see absolute creatorship. We see creation. We see the divine feminine energy as well here, strongly played out with the Empress. With the world, we see the last card in the major arcana. We see culmination. We see completion. We see absolute, right, divinity here in a certain way with the world. We see that everything has also a place in the world, in the cycle. We see also that everything is in some way, I'm hearing relevant, interesting. So in a way, there is wisdom. We can say also with the world, we can say, well, that's the cycle of us looking back on what has gone into what we created. There is this sort of oculus of energy that we see with the world where we say we see it clearly now. And when it's mirroring the Empress, we see it as potential. So with the Nine of Swords in between that, this is that very much that hyper, the anxiousness, okay, of, how I'm processing my potential, that is no longer relevant. For a number of you, I'm hearing you are in a whole new world. I'm hearing it's not just a change of clothes. It's not just like, I'm hearing making a little more money. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you. It's not just like, I'm hearing I made a good deal here. I made a good sale there. I made a fun, I'm hearing record. I'm hearing that another record. Like, this is not the type of thing where it's like, I did that already and now I'm just doing it again and I'm doing it better, or I'm doing it more often. I'm hearing this is something where you're like, I am done. I'm hearing not having done this new thing. I'm hearing that I possibly feel I have had. I'm hearing the potential to do all along. For me, it's innovation. You're absolutely, I'm hearing redefining your potential. And I'm hearing it's going to be shaking. I'm hearing there's going to be shaking a few waves out. I'm hearing in the ocean. Wow. I'm seeing like the ocean is like a sheet, like a bed sheet. And someone's like shaking it out. And like, there's something that for a number of you, you're reminding people also, I'm hearing in this way, like of what you believe in. And it can be in an indirect way. Ace of Wands right there for an Aries, please. I'm hearing you do not have anything else to say. I'm hearing in place of, whoa, 2 aces, your potential, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, like, you're not going to take no. I'm hearing that. You're not going to take, not yet. I mean, you're not going to take not good enough. You're not going to take, I'm not ready. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing, I see it all, and I see myself as the one who creates it. Oh, Judgment right there. Father Cups right there. 7 of Wands in reverse. Remember, whatever was sort of like, kind of like doing it for you, but not fully sort of meeting your needs. I'm hearing please to meet you. And I'm hearing, I am going to, I'm hearing mirror myself. I'm hearing back on this one. 1 second. 8 of Wands. Like, you're not going to be sacrificing something here. I'm hearing it. And when it comes especially to your time, I'm hearing where you spend it. Okay, what you're creating is like just as much of how you created at this point is what I'm hearing. Remember, you're like, I want to put into the cycle. Let's clear it once again. You want to put into the cycle what you feel is, how do I explain this? It's like, you're not going to just create something just to create it. I'm hearing that as well. Okay. It's like, the vibration and how I feel when I'm creating this is so, it's everything actually with a hangman. And, for a number of you, you are releasing things. We're just going to say it in that way. And maybe there are projects that you've invested in that just didn't feel right for whatever reason. You're like, I'm not going to put time and energy into that anymore. Why would I do that? Why should I do that? The 7 of Cups upright, the hangman, when I can be, I'm hearing flying into, I'm hearing the future of the discussion just by taking another route. It's very interesting. I'm seeing a bird that decides to take like flight, but from another part of the sky. I'm hearing also from another part of the world. It's like, I would have much more of a vantage point here. It's almost like they're gauging the wind. They're like, the wind, the way it's moving in a pattern sort of fashion in this part of the world just it's not helping me. I'm hearing that's clear. The USPS truck going by right there. So for a number of you, this is something that maybe you're producing. For a number of you, I'm hearing record label. Yep. The Empress with the world and the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, that, something has potential. There's no question, but it's been a matter of how you've been sort of, approaching it, right? Okay, so if, let's say it in this way, you feel like you're a pop star. I'm here just like in this way. Let's say that you know it for yourself. You're like, I have absolutely every tool. I have every resource as even like I'm here on my personality to create this, whatever this is that you have you dream of. But like, for whatever reason, I've been kind of like letting other people like design my future for me. I'm hearing my dress for me. Like, if let's say you were focused on how other people might be able to collaborate with you in this space to be able to get this project off the ground, no. I'm hearing no. I'm hearing something is like kind of, you're making decisions on here also very quickly, be it when it comes down to people who you want to collaborate with. You're not going to be putting time and energy, Aries, I'm hearing Pisces here very strongly, into things that do not, I'm hearing, make sense for you. Keyword for you with a hangman. Okay, this is on an emotional level, on a vibratory level. It's like something that you may not even have words for. It's just an energetic reaction, okay? You're following that. I'm hearing more so at this time. You're feeling also your intuition as it is sort of, I'm hearing in synchrony more so now at this point with your action taken on. So in other words, for a number of you, I'm seeing that your impulses are really going to be very much active around this time, very activated with a hangman. Like, it's almost like, you walk to a room, it's like, I'm hearing you're going by smell now, okay? It's like you smell something, you're going to move towards it. If it feels like it smells good to you. If it doesn't smell good, you're gonna step away. It's just that simple right now with a hangman. Like, that's that energy right there with a hangman that, yeah, again, we got the 2 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse. For a number of you, has to do with family. I'm hearing that. Let's clear it. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Cups. For a number, you're making room for your story. And it is dependent on, I'm hearing how you say it. For a number of you, in other words, you're setting the stage, the standard. You're telling the universe, hey, this is what I want. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I want that when I don't really want that. Okay, the world's in reverse. We're in the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What has sort of made you feel like you took your time as well? Okay, like you kind of like suspended yourself in the so-called like air. I'm hearing on stage, like you're going to be also speaking about that maybe here for another. Let's clear. Like you're going to put boundaries, I'm hearing as well, in place where you feel you need to, in relation to also things that have been, for a number of you, like kind of just going on and on and on. It's like the cycles that just kind of like kept us feeling like we were just stagnant and hanging. Like, we're going to put boundaries to that. Like, let's say it's even something, it could be so simple as I spent so much time doing those things and I felt like they didn't culminate in any way. I'm going to put boundaries on that. I'm going to really have, I'm hearing also like a schedule with myself. I'm hearing that. So this could be in terms of, hey, I have a schedule. I'm not going to be spending, just like unlimited amounts of time on XYZ sorts of things. I'm going to have, specific sort of even like, I'm hearing periods where I want to work on certain things. I'm hearing that with a hangman. So for a number, I'm hearing music. For a number of you, maybe you feel like you're not as productive when you just kind of like have no schedule. I'm hearing that as well. Where you're like, well, maybe I'll skate here, I'll skate there. I'll see like, what part of the ice rink is more skatable. Like once I'm on it, it's like for a number of you, you're like, I want to know, like, can I skate on that part of the ice? I'm here like in this way. I want to know beforehand before I start skating. Ace of Cups here. Okay. For a number of you, you are taking on connections, relationships, partnerships in a totally new way. It's like, no longer am I going to just like kind of say, surprise, we see the potential. Like, after we already started talking, I'm hearing in this way, with this person over time. I don't know what that's alluding to, but one second. Yeah, no. This applies to your dating life. You're like, I don't want to just date randomly. Yeah, no. I'm not just going to be like, hey, like, you know, oh, shoot, you happen to be radioactive, like 10 months online. Like, no, for number of you, first of all, the important thing is that you're following your intuition before you get into certain partnerships. So that's number one. Okay, number two is, you know, you're laying down, I'm hearing the rails for where you want your train to move, okay, in the very first few stages of your relationship with also your higher self. So for a number of you, this is a healing process that is allowing for you to interpret, I'm hearing, your values in relation to others. Wow. So take it as well. Feel free to meditate on that. I'm going to come back and watch this reading myself a few times over. I got a Venus in Aries as well. My moon is actually in the house of Aries as well. And so is my Pluto. I have a lot of Aries in my chart overall. But anyways, take it as well. I also have Mars in the 8th house as a natural co-ruling house of Aries. So take it as well. Right? Let's clear the energy around Ace of Cups. Yeah, no, for number, you're like, I'm getting to know myself as well. What my values are, what my needs are. And hey, I'm going to show up with them in hand. I'm not going to go, you know, for a number of you, maybe you felt like, you know, I would go to, let's say I'd be on a date or I'd be talking to someone that's cleared around. I could even be creatively, right? Yet again, you know, maybe I'm collaborating with someone, maybe we're like both artists, whatever it is. And it's like, I feel like, you know, I would feel like I would just kind of give up my creative, you know, vision. And it may not be like something conscious. It's like, I just feel like, let's clear it. Hangman. Yeah. So you got a lot of Pisces in your chart or a lot of 12th house energies, Neptune. It's like, you know, even Jupiter, it's like, I felt like I would just kind of like see what they liked. And then I would sort of see how I could like it too. It's like, you know, for a number of you, you're no longer Ace of Cups. Ooh, whew, High Priestess of the base of the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Mirroring the Hangman. Some of you definitely, you're getting a hold on. Okay. You're clarifying even your vision. It could be with yourself where you say, I have so much going on in my head. I have so many visions. I can't ground any of them. I'm hearing that. I feel like I can't plant the seed. It's like soil that has too much moisture. I'm hearing that with the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. For a number of you, you're defining what your priorities are. I'm hearing that with the 9 of Wands reverse. And this is really, I mean, with gratitude by way of your experiences in the past that have allowed you to see really clearly, you know, that didn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't make me feel good after I participate in that. You know what, you know, whatever it is, like there are certain cycles or experiences that have made, again, so clear for you how also you wish to manifest the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. For a number of you, this is something that you value, and it's like, you want to pursue it, okay? Like once and for all with the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. Now, for a number of you, I'm seeing like, again, you're like changing the way you maybe even view people. I'm hearing that, like your relationships, it's like, are we compatible on like a vibratory level? I know that maybe we can technically talk about things. I'm hearing we can technically, you know, be on the phone for like hours. I'm hearing that as well. But you know, what is it actually that we're saying at the end of that I'm hearing also boardroom meeting, and what is it that we both bring to the table? So for a number of you, there's something that you're seeing like in terms of also balance. Is it balanced? Is the connection balanced? Are we creating? Are we co-creating? I'm hearing that. For a number of you, maybe you're setting the vision straight where you say, this is the type of, I'm hearing mate for a number of you that I would like to attract. This is the type of person I'd like to meet. These are the types of people I would like to interact with, and it can be in your career. For a number of you, you are in a state of release. Okay, you're clearing. It's detoxification with a High Priestess upright. Ace of Cups upright. You're purifying your vision. Let's jump into here. The cards. We'll pull a few more here as it, you know, we lead through the cycle of Mercury retrograde. We'll pull first on the period leading up into pre-shadow, 6 of Cups in reverse, and that's right in the beginning of January. On the 14th of January, we reach into pre-shadow here with Mercury retrograde, and it is the 7 of Wands in reverse, okay, and the 7 of Cups upright, two sevens here for retrograde. Post-shadow is the Judgment card leading you out, and you lead out with the 2 of Cups. Oh my God, Aries, I'm so happy for you. Love and light to you all here. This is such a feat, as you maybe feel it around this time. You're like, I've made it. I'm hearing I'm alive. That song. For me, this is your passion that's alive. And for that, you're great. You're grateful. Let's clear it around. For that, you have gratitude, 2 of Cups. Okay. You realize, of all the things that I've experienced, I've realized things. I've learned things. I've learned lessons. I've taken something away from those experiences, even if they were whatever they were. Okay. That at a certain point makes obvious for me what I make of my future from here on out. My new world. I'm hearing that Judgment and the 2 of Cups is my own. And for a number of you, it has to do with the expectations that you set, that you lay. For a number of you, I'm hearing you want to start a family. I'm hearing the Mother Cups in reverse. There's something that, and it could be a metaphor, whatever it is, something symbolic even. You're like, this is what I want to lay the foundation for. This is what I want to set the stage for. For a number of you, it's this feeling of also like, I just know what I want now. And that is such a big part of the puzzle, right? It's like, I need to know what I kind of want this thing to look like. It's like, like something like that. Then I'll know better how to put the pieces together, right? It's like, looking at the puzzle box first, we could see what the puzzle it kind of looks like overall. And it's more easy to kind of put the pieces together. So for number one, you have this oversight now that is just so helpful when it comes to also identifying different aspects of your life and how you want to sort of engage in them. In other words, it's like, if I was really confused about this person, and if I wanted to really continue the interaction with them, if I was confused about this, like, this product, do I want this product? Do I want to use this product? Do I want to buy this product? Do I want to invest in this? Just like all these questions, like whatever was confusing, okay, that you're trying to figure out or like logically sort of like understand, okay, like to sort of like even like to logically sort of manage. I'm hearing that as well. And it could be thoughts, okay, like at a certain point you realize like I shouldn't have to think about them. I'm hearing it's a matter of how I feel when I'm clear on what I expect vibrationally of also these things, these people, these expectations. I'm hearing as well that others set. It's like if somebody has an opinion, do I believe in that? Okay, when I am so clear on my version of the story as well, and I step into that space, I'll know really, really quickly, okay, by way of how I feel in relation to it, and in terms of how I react with it on an energetic level, okay, if it is resonant with me or not. So let's clear. For a number of you, we're going in circles. For a number of you, is what I'm hearing. When it came to, I'm hearing also family life. Okay, it's like maybe you felt like something is not right. Something is just like it doesn't feel right. Let's clear it around. Yeah, there's something I'm hearing. It was cyclical. Okay, like, and it can be something historical with the Six of Cups as well in reverse. But whatever it is, I'm hearing again. It's like you're identifying. I'm hearing that what matters is what you feel moves you. I'm hearing on an emotional level. So for a number of you, you're feeling love in a whole new way. I'm hearing the Two of Cups. It's like I don't feel like it's something I'm hearing tricky. I'm hearing anymore. It's not like I need to understand it. Even it's not like I need to say it to also hear it back and then feel it. I'm hearing that with the Two of Cups. It's like, it's something that is just also like a vibration that you exude. And it's in that state where you say, well, when I am in the space of expressing love by way of how I incorporate it into my life, and how I experience it on a personal level with myself first, then I can sort of appreciate how it is reflected in everything around me. Interesting. With the Two of Cups and the Judgment card, for now, you're attracting a whole new type of world. Truly, that's what's happening here with the Two of Cups and the Judgment card. It's like a magnet. Okay, so, your thoughts, it's cleared around. Your thoughts are magnetizing. Okay, your visions are magnetizing new forms of life. I'm hearing to take themselves on in and around you. So, your thoughts are planting seeds and they're sprouting around you. I'm seeing that you're realizing that your mindset is also so important. And for a number of you, there is maybe something that you feel you have been kind of testing out. It can be, a question of, well, is this something that I really believe in? I'm here. Is this something that I really want? Is it something that I, for any reason, this is someone and at a certain point, I'm hearing yo, Ten of Cups. And the Beer of the Lovers, there's no going home without this person. That's like how you feel. At a certain point, you're like, yeah, and it could be a vision that you have. I'm hearing Father Cups, Mother Cups in reverse, Hangman. It's like, oh yeah, Son of Cups in reverse. We're in the Mother of Cups. There's so much potential here. It is something maybe even that you feel you would like to present maybe to the world. It's an ability of yours. It's even maybe an industry. You're like, there's no way. I'm hearing I'm perfect for them. They're perfect for me. It's almost like this feeling of like, I see it so clearly now. I'm hearing that as well. Yeah, splitting to the Star in reverse. Why would I say that it's something I need to figure out or understand when the connection is just so obvious and so clear and so real? So for a number of you, this is something that maybe at a certain point in time you felt kind of maybe silly about, or you felt like you needed to kind of like, I'm hearing, you needed time to take seriously. I'm hearing that. Okay, in the Daughter Cups, you got a very strong connection here, maybe even with someone. It could be a spirit guide, but no. Like for a number of you, this is something that you want to even like embody and present, and that can be something that someone's expecting in your environment as well. Was it that way as well? Yeah, they're like, and maybe it's a sensation like they're waiting for me to represent this. I'm hearing that, and it can be your future audience. For a number of you, it's like you want children. I'm hearing that as well. It's like very interesting. You have this sensation like, I feel like there is someone calling me. I'm hearing that. It's like very interesting. Okay, so I don't know what that's like. You have the high priestess. So there's something that you're maybe even feeling. You're having an activation. You're feeling guided to move in a certain direction. Now, okay, let's clear the energy really quickly before we jump into the extended here, Aries. Let's clear it in ground for a number of you with a high priestess. You have a vision, maybe even. Well, there's something that maybe even you were thinking of. Yeah. Well, you knew this is for a number of you had a premonition. You're like, I know that eventually I'm going to be moving in this direction, but when and how, and that's what I'm hearing becoming clearer. So take it as you will. We'll jump into the extended view. The link in the bio box below, alchemy.com. I'll see you there, Aries. Thank you for tuning in here to you. Bye.